Hello, I am Theresa and I am the Chief Executive of the Royal Television Society. So the Royal Television Society was founded nearly 100 years ago with the birth of broadcast engineering, and it became a Royal Society back in the 50s. Its first royal patron was then Princess Elizabeth and now the late Queen, and the King became our royal patron in 1997. And we're an educational charity, and our core objectives are to promote the art and science of television. And we define television as any video storytelling on any platform, and that might not have been the definition 100 years ago, but it works very well now. So there are a lot of disruptive tech trends in our industry, and it's never been any different, but we are seeing some very radical and big changes. So it would be crazy not to mention AI and how that is changing everything. And it's both a threat and an opportunity. So the threat comes from people very rightly concerned about potential copyright being ripped off, and the danger of that, because this industry relies on creating content that's protected. The opportunities are really very interesting. So AI can also add to the creative process, arguably, so it can make people more productive. They can perhaps do higher end looking shows in slightly more cost-effective ways with some of the new techniques that AI allows. It's available really throughout the value chain of the production and distribution process and the advertising process. So we're going to see a lot of developments over all those areas. And arguably there'll be some job losses. We hope maybe that those job losses will be more the repetitive and the tedious jobs, which are very part of the lifeblood of what the industry does. But there'll also be many new jobs created, and those we don't all know what they're going to be like yet. In terms of the next 100 years of television, I think it would be a very brave person to predict even the next 5 years of television, let alone the next 100. But I imagine that we'll keep seeing new technologies emerge, and the bits of AI that then become more productized into the parts of television that's making it more productive. I think it'll mean that there are many new entrants to television. So we're already seeing many players that you'd never imagine to have been in television 20 years ago. So the big tech companies like Amazon and some of the streamers enter television. Now we're seeing the podcasters who were started with audio, and guess what? They're making television as well. So the AI is going to make it even easier for the creator economy in television to turbocharge itself and create even more interesting shows. So I think there'll be more new entrants to television. There'll also be probably some consolidation of the existing entrants or the existing players in television. So we're seeing some of that already happening, and as ever in this industry, there is consolidation, but that's combined with many new players. So I think that pattern will continue, but maybe even at a greater speed. So the RTS is a proud owner of one of the owners of the IBC, and as ever we have a presence in the Partners Pavilion, so we're looking forward to seeing many of our clients, our patrons, our members at that stand. And in particular this year, we launched last year, we have a really exciting new educational offer. Remember that education is core to our charitable objectives as a society. So we have an RTS Mini MBA in television and streaming media, which is a pioneering offer. It's the first of its kind. It's CPD accredited. It's over 80 hours of learning and self-paced and on demand on a really interesting interactive learning management system. And we have over 100 industry leaders and practitioners contributing to it. So we'll be talking more about our mini MBA that we launched last year. So the RTS is really looking forward to seeing you all at IBC this year. I think it'll be a super and exciting turbocharged year.